Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. We just finished the review for Team of the Year Mane, so some of the clips you guys will see in this review will be for Dalglish in the team as well. I'll be probably commenting on Team of the Year Mane a little bit, but we'll be showing some highlights from Kenny Dalglish. But obviously for the beginning segment of this review, we are going to specifically review this card. If you guys haven't checked out the Team of the Year Mane video, be sure to do so. In regards to Kenny Dalglish's card, guys, we're looking at someone that is 5'8" with high medium work rates, right-footed with 4-star skill moves, but, huge but, has the 5-star weak foot. 5-star weak foot, as you guys know, is an absolutely massive thing in FIFA, and it makes these cards either really good or, you know, very generic with a 4-star or a 3-star, right? So with Kenny Dalglish's card, guys, we're looking at a card that is 88 acceleration, 87 sprint speed. Finishing abilities with this card is already at 91 finishing and 87 shot power, which is already pretty decent, but you may want to increase it. I do think the Hawk probably makes the most sense because I feel like you do want the pace in the card. I feel like you do want the shooting boost, and a little bit of physical wouldn't help or wouldn't be a bad thing either. In regards to his passing stats are not necessarily the greatest, right? So there's going to be some passes where it might be a little bit wayward from certain angles and whatnot. But 85 short passes is what you do most of the time, so it's not necessarily a huge deal, but you will find yourself maybe doing some long passes from time to time, and it could be affected. He doesn't really have the vision or the curve either, so it's kind of like, you know, passing is not going to be this card's forte. So right off the bat, you don't want to use this card as any of your attacking midfielders, like in a 4-2-3-1 or a left mid, right mid. Like, he could definitely play those positions well, but it might not be ideal. In regards to his dribbling, I feel like his dribbling stats would have to be increased in regards to you playing an inconsistent gameplay. If your gameplay is inconsistent, you may want to increase it. But if your gameplay feels playable, I feel like those dribbling stats would be good enough. 90 agility, 89 balance is very solid. 94 reactions, ball control, dribbling, composure, all very, very good. Now, the problem with this card, as well as some other cards in this game, is the fact that he has 81 stamina. Now, 81 stamina is not awful because he'll be playing the striker position anyway. So you could just tell him to stay forward, you know, stay forward, and then he moves out however he wants to move, and that would be the ideal situation. Now, again, 81 stamina is still not necessarily the greatest, but it's something that you would have to sacrifice the card because he has a lot of very good traits about him. In regards to the actual traits, he has leadership, flair, team player, and outside foot shot. The big one that I'm looking at is obviously outside foot shot. If he had the finesse shot trait, this card would be absolutely brilliant for the striker position. Having both the outside foot shot and the finesse shot trait allows your strikers to just finish more consistently with different types of shots, right? Obviously, some players don't have the finesse shot trait, so sometimes they'll miss a net strictly because they don't have that trait. It's a very strange thing, but it's all about consistency at the end of the day, right? I do think Kenny Dalglish will be a good card up top as a striker. He was way better in the beginning of the year than he is now because of the meta change with shooting, because I used to really like players like Ben Yedder in the beginning of the year because of the way that shooting worked during that time. But because they changed the shooting, players like Kenny Dalglish became a little bit obsolete, just a little bit, right? But I do still think that this card is going to be brilliant to play with for sure. I think in the striker position, even on balance instruction, he'll play that really well. The rest of the cams will just play him on comeback and defense. I do like all three of the cams, not necessarily Mane for off-the-ball movement. Bergwijn is better on the left side as well, but Mane I don't really like using too much on the right side anyways. Actually, we'll switch that for the sake of the video right now. We'll switch back to the 4-2-3-1. We'll go ahead and put Mane there, Bergwijn to the left side, Bernardo Silva in the middle, and go from there. So, like I said, guys, we do have some highlights from me doing the Team of the Year Mane review of how Kenny Dalglish was moving on the pitch with certain instructions and whatnot. And yeah, let's get into a game with me just strictly reviewing him, and then you'll see some clips afterwards, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and play him on our tactics, and we'll see how he moves. So the gameplay is decent right now, so take that into consideration when we look at his dribbling, because most players, when the gameplay is decent, not good or great, just decent, he's going to move well in general. His off-the-ball movement, by the way, still remains to be the same. before the patch, after the patch, he has one of the best off-the-ball movements in game for the striker position, which is what makes this card absolutely brilliant. You can already see the way that he's opening up the space for the other players in the team. You have someone like Bernardo Silva that can finesse really nicely with his left foot. I don't know if he actually has the finesse shot trait, but you could already see that Kenny Dalglish, off the ball wise, moving downwards, opening up the space for my Bernardo Silva to dribble upwards. Like, it's one of my favorite things about Kenny Dalglish's card is his ability to just open up the space for himself and for others on the pitch. Let's try a shot from that angle. Ooh, good save by Yashin. Powerful strike by Kenny Dalglish there. Nice little finesse shot right there. Nice. Great finish there with Kenny Dalglish. Let's go. His dribbling in terms of those like really quick cuts could be improved a little bit, but it's just not worth it. Like, you need those shooting boosts in the cards for sure. If I actually got that dribble off there to Kenny Dalglish, he would have been in a perfect position to score that opportunity. You can kind of see that he holds that that onside position in the defensive area. Oh my god, what a finish. Jesus. Oh, man. If you just adjust to his position and you put him in the right cam position, you adjust to his play style and you put him in the right cam position, this guy's gonna do work, bro. Oh, he starts to cut inside right there. That's good, man. That's very, very good. Kenny Dalglish with the opportunity. Let's get it. Oh my god, I'm kind of regretting not getting this card because of the Liverpool links. Nicely done, Kenny Dalglish. Could take out that ball. Let's go. The dribbling is not as responsive as like Mane, obviously. That Team of the Year Mane card just moves around the pitch really fast. But I think it's good enough with the Hawk chemistry style. He makes up for it in a lot of positions. Or he makes up for it in a lot of areas of his card for sure. Like this right here. You see that movement right there? If I make that pass to Mane instantly, he already starts making that run that I want him to make. Not super aggressive there when he doesn't need to be. Wait for it. Watch, watch, watch. You see? I love that, dude. Doesn't matter. Instant. I'm not going to score that, by the way. Oh, I do score that still. I just wanted to try out the shot there because you still need to do a heel-to-heel flick there to score that opportunity, but it's just instant. Do you see how fast he is to utilize space in the middle? I wish most of the strikers did that, to be honest with you guys. But it's such an obvious thing with this card. Nicely done. Powerful pass. And apparently it counts as my goal because it's an own goal. Dude, Kenny Dalglish is great at intercepting the ball. I just realized that. And there he goes with his off-the-ball movement. Near post strike. Blam, bam, bam. Biggity, bam. Oh, God. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Kenny Dalglish card is that he's pretty good, except there's some things here and there that's a little bit off with the card. Obviously with dribbling, it will depend on the gameplay. My gameplay was decent, so using this card was a toot because he was moving around the pitch really nicely. His dribbling was okay, right? It was good enough to move really quickly, but he's obviously not going to move as fast as someone like Bernardo Silva or Team of the Year Mane, of course, right? But I do think that the Hawk chemistry style is a mandatory chemistry style on him because he needs the pace boost. He needs the shooting boost, especially because he has that 5-star weak foot. And then the physical boost for aggression is a really, really huge thing too while he's running to chase after the ball, get the ball back. He actually doesn't really feel like a 5'8" player in game as well. He kind of feels like a 5'10"-ish, right? Which is obviously a hugely beneficial thing because if your player feels too short in game, they're not really going to feel like they're going to do much for your team, right? So with this card, guys, is it worth using to unlock with your icon swaps? In my personal opinion, I personally wouldn't do it. Now, I said the same thing in the icon swaps video that I wouldn't do it because I don't know, man. Like, obviously, he's 1.2, 1.3 million coins-wise on the market, but It's just that with the selections that you have for icon swaps, I would rather go with the pack for fun. Obviously, if you get someone poor, oh well. And then obviously for the second one, it would be either Maldini or Kaká, and I would go Maldini. But look at, you have to also take into consideration the selections that I'm making, right? Kenny Dalglish could be a card that you may never get this entire year if you don't utilize the market a certain way. Is he going to be a good striker for you? He's going to be a good striker for you guys. If that's the type of player review that you guys want, he will be a good striker. Off the ball movement is brilliant. The pace boost, shooting boost is definitely really relevant. It's just that for me personally, for the value that you're paying for 1.3 million coins, I don't think that part is worth it. I don't think the icon swaps that you have to exchange is worth it. But again, depends on the situation of your team. For me personally, I prefer the pack and the center back, but you may want a really good striker in your team. But we are also in the team of the season stage as well. There are a lot of very good options that are going to be coming out too, depending on the situation of your club. That's the whole thing with icon swaps, right? There's not really like a poor option. If you guys choose this card, he's not going to be bad for you. That's the biggest thing with this card, okay? I just don't think he's worth the coins or the icon swaps, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I will catch you guys for the next one. I have Mane and Kenny Dalglish for this one. So yeah. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.